What was that? Welcome back, everyone. We were talking about, yeah, literally Harry Styles broke my IG Live, and we're back. Essentially, I was talking about how hot Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar music video is with him draped all over models on the beach. But maybe we got shut down. We were talking about too hot, not safe for Instagram topics. Who can say? But what I thought was really interesting about Watermelon Sugar, like the whole music video, was that apparently on set, he was asking all the models before he would, have to touch them or lay on them or kiss them or whatever, like nuzzle their little, their neck. He would ask them if the move was like okay, and apparently the models started calling him like consent king on set. And I'm like, how, like, what a change in our culture that we have this massive, huge musician that's like asking for consent from the models on set, making sure that they felt comfortable. I thought that was really cool. So that's exciting, and that's like a total, probably like a huge shift for music video models. I feel like, is it music video girls? There was like a name for it back in the day, but like, good for them. I do think something to call out that I saw on TikTok, so I was like proud of the TikTok community. They did call out, like, he did a good job, the casting, they did a good job of it being a diverse group of people, but there was like no body diversity. So it was literally just models, capital M, like stick thin runway models, which I thought was like really interesting. So like maybe that'll be the next wave of what he tackles. There was like not one like even remotely close to bigger than a size 0. It felt like it was like, I was watching, I was like, wow, this is great. Like, look at all the women. There are all these different like nationalities represented. This is fantastic. And then I was like watching, I'm like, wait, it's like one body type. It was literally just one. It wasn't even like the Twiggy Kardashian body diversity. It was just literally just, that was it. So I don't want to like bring it down, but that was something that I noticed. Moving into my what to watch segment this week. I know everyone's favorite, what to watch. Based on popular demand in the comments section of this show, EllynwithaY goes live, I dedicated my time and energy between last week's episode and this week's episode to binge watching none other than Dead to Me on Netflix. Let's have the comment section go wild again. I loved all the engagement. I binged season 1 and season 2 of Dead to Me, starring Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini and the guy that played the one. Okay, in The Notebook, remember the guy that Allie leaves? Spoilers. But remember the guy that she like was engaged to? Him. I can't remember his name right now. But Dead to Me, season 1, season 2, it was so good. It was like funny and it poked fun at itself. And I thought that it was a really good portrayal of like, I was glad to see women in their 40s, like mid to late 40s, like the entire show revolved around them. I know that I feel like a lot of women in Hollywood have talked about like roles like drying up for that age bracket. So I'm like, I was so glad to see them on camera. Linda Cardellini looks like unnaturally good. Like she just looks so good and so cool. I found myself, James Marsden. Thank you, Aunt Grace. James Marsden. He's on it too. He's gorgeous. He like is so nice to look at. So it was really good, really funny. Christina Applegate's husband dies and hilarity ensues. Like I thought when I saw the first trailer, the very first season, I thought it was going to be sad. And I mean, there are moments that are like emotional and sad, but it is a lot more, like dark humor, and it's really funny. And thank you for the recommendation, guys. Like I really had cast this show aside, and I'm so glad that I actually spent the time and watched it. It's not that hard of a binge. I was able to do it in a week. And like twists and turns, and like the end of an episode and you're like, oh, I need to see the next one because I want to see what happens. So it definitely hooks you in. It was worthwhile. It was a worthwhile watch. Also, one of the sons on the show is, oh God, I wish I remembered his name. This is so not useful for you. But the son on the show, Christina Applegate's son, is the real life child of the rich kid from Pretty in Pink that Molly Ringwald went to prom with. If that resonates with anyone. This is like a very weird skill that I have where I like research everyone on the show and then find out like who are they related to, who did they know. So it's very interesting that his father is like, you know, one of those like 80s Brat Pack icons, and now here he is on a little Netflix show. Good for him. Keep it in the family. Create a dynasty. Do your thing. Also nepotism. No, maybe he got it totally on his own merit. It's probably he did. He was a good actor. I liked him on the show. What was his name? Charlie? Yeah, he was great. So Dead to Me, thank you all for the recommendation. I appreciate you. And that moves me into my food for thought segment this week. So my food for thought segment is, I was talking about this with my cousin Julie, and I don't know if anybody has like little weird pet peeves or quirks, but I have this like weird thing where I have to have my toenails painted. And I don't even like saying toenails. Oh my God. What do I have? I have like a weird thing with feet. Okay. So we were talking about this, and like, that's the one thing during this quarantine that's really been like grinding my gears, is doing my own toes. And I know this is very privileged sounding and very ridiculous, but like, it is a first world problem. And like reaching my feet when there's stuff in the way can sometimes be taxing, and it is not the relaxing experience that getting a pedicure I was accustomed to. Like, I go get a pedicure as a time to take care of myself and to spend money on myself in a way that is like positive and self-care. And I like, everyone's going off in the comments. I love it. I'm getting super frustrated with having to do my own toes, and God, and then like manicuring them, and then cuticle, and then filing, and I'm like literally heaved over. I can't breathe. I'm like crushing my ribs in my lungs. I'm trying to paint my toenails. I'm trying to not get it on the skin. And I think it all comes like, I feel like everyone is relating, so I don't feel quite so alone. So thank you. I feel like it's kind of just like, yeah, boobs and belly in the way. Like, it's just in the way. It's not this relaxing experience that it once was. And I was like, I don't really know why. I like cannot have my toenails bare. Like, I honestly was trying to remember the last time I had my toenails bare, because they're painted now, even though it's a struggle. Like, beauty is pain. I truly cannot remember the last time I had my toenails bare. Like, maybe for a surgery that I can't remember, or like, because I think you're not supposed to have your toenails painted for surgery. So like, I think I had my tonsils out maybe in high school or college. I'm genuinely trying to remember. Sam, I'll pay whatever they want after quarantine. This is the truth. And so I think, other than for like maybe like some kind of a surgery, I honestly haven't had my toenails bare for more than like a 24-hour stint since like high school, which was a minute ago. And I think it comes back to the root of it all was I had like a lot of feet problems growing up. I used to get, this is so gross, sorry, overshare. I had ingrown toenails a lot because my feet would get stepped on. I also was flat-footed, so my feet really like, I was always just like in foot pain. I am flat-footed people unite. And I feel like maybe because my feet were always being looked at, I just started getting my mom used to take us to get pedicures. It was like a sweet thing that she did with us. They used to call them Betty Boops at the nail salon. They do pink fingers and toes. I genuinely don't know where this like very strong aversion to my toenails being bare has come from. It is not a reflection of how I look at anybody else's fingers or toes. My nails are bare right now. Like, this doesn't bother me that much. This doesn't bother me that much. I have genuinely no idea where it comes from. And we were like digging into it, and I was like, maybe it's from when I had all those like foot problems when I was a little kid and I wanted my toes to look cute. And like, or maybe it was when I was in that doctor's office, the podiatrist's office, and like all of the feet things and pictures out had like painted nails. Like I don't know where it comes from. It is a very weird, very weird fixation I have. So now I will sit and wait until they open the nail salons again, and I will make an appointment, and I will be there, and I will religiously keep my appointments because I don't ever want to have to deal with this again. It is truly uncomfortable, and it used to be something I liked, having my toes done, and now it is just a chore. So that is my food for thought, which means I'm gonna bring my guest onto the show. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So everyone, welcome Brianna McDonnell. You can follow her at _the_B_word_.
Lots of
Don't
underscore.
forget it.
Yeah, I know. Those underscores can be killer.
I love it though. And I want to introduce Brianna. So you're the creator of the B Word blog, creative director on a number of really cool campaigns at different fashion companies, performer and creative boss, and you're passionate about representing marginalized bodies and through all different types of content creation, performance, creative direction, and you focus on like taking up space and honoring that. And I'm like, I love that.
Ellyn, I need to have you come work for me. The way you just introduced me was incredible. Spot on. I feel like I'm like, oh my God, do I do all those things? But yes, it is my mission.
Yes. And I was saying this when we were talking before the show, like, I love that you're doing a little bit of everything, because that's kind of who we all are now as a generation. You do a little bit of everything and we dabble. And I think that the message, the core, the DNA of it is always the same, but the way that it's expressed can be different all the time.
Absolutely. I know, it's so hard. I always felt like being like multi-hyphenate was an issue, but I'm just like, I can't put myself in a box. Like, I just have to do different things, I guess. I don't know. To pay my rent in Los Angeles, I need to have multiple jobs.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
That's what it is.
So I want to thank you for joining all the way from LA. Your timing is better than us on the East Coast.
I know, we're like 7:30ish, so we're just getting started.
Perfect. So we met on the internet, right? We met on Instagram. I think by way of my pal Sean Taylor. And the first thing I kind of discovered about you is I deep dove on your Instagram on your show, The Word. And I just like very quickly, I was like, oh, I became a very fast fan of you.
I love that. That's amazing.
And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, and we can explain what The Word is, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about like, how did the B Word blog and the like initiative of like be in your skin, like that creative focus, how did that come to fruition, and how did you come into this space?
Yeah, it's a weird happenstance. And I look back now, like I started 6 years ago blogging, and I just really one day was like, I want to do a fashion blog for 1 year, and I'll post an outfit a week. And if I hate it after 1 year, I'll stop. And that was 2015, 5-6 years ago. So I had always been confident. I've always been plus size. I've always been into fashion. I went to school for musical theater. I had just graduated college, needed a creative outlet. That's when I came up with the idea of like, oh my God, I want to empower, inspire, and maybe, you know, reach people the same way that bloggers reached me. And I really connected with bloggers way more than celebrities. I never felt represented. So bloggers really opened like fat activism to me, fat politics, like body positivity, everything. So I really wanted to do that. I've always been creative. And so it just sort of became what it is. So after that first year, I was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this. And then it's really taken off from there. And as an actor, I had no idea that having a social platform would benefit your career. But now we live in an industry where, you know, content creators and bloggers and influencers are being asked to be in film television. So it's like all came full circle. But I really started with a goal, and here we are.
And now you have gone so far as to like creative direct photo shoots for different like
Yes.
brands and plus size brands. You even did your own calendar.
Yes, which was in Cosmo, which is the craziest thing ever, but
So
the
cool.
coolest thing. I know. I never started blogging with like, oh, in 5 years, I want to have X amount of followers. It was never an end goal or a plan. It just sort of worked out that way. And now my career, like my blog became my portfolio, which then became my career, which is so crazy and cool and like a universe thing. Like I could have never even planned that, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so you were saying that like it kind of became the career in your portfolio and the evolution into, so you created this initiative, Be in Your Skin. And what
Yes.
I think is really interesting is you talked about it like it's tools. Can you explain a little bit about like this 31-day Be in Your
Yes.
Skin initiative?
Okay, so Be in Your Skin was a hashtag campaign I created. Again, the first year when I was blogging, I was just like, I want to do this. I kept getting asked, like, how are you so confident? How can I be confident? How can I, like, do this? And I couldn't find any research online that was, like, actual tools that people could do other than, like, just lose weight, then you'll be confident. And I was like, no, but what are, like, psychological or, like, things that we can get to the sociology of being confident? And so I then turned inward and was like, okay, what did I do to build my confidence? And I came up with tips, tricks, hacks, I mean, whatever you want to call it, like actual things that people could do to build self-esteem and self-confidence.
Yeah.
And then I created the Be in Your Skin 31-day confidence challenge. So that's a month-long challenge. I do it every August, where the 31 days is a challenge to really build body confidence and self-esteem. My inspiration came from workout challenges, like 31 days to abs. I was like 31 days to confidence. And so that's how it really started. And we've done it every year since the beginning. So
that's incredible. And so you've been doing this for a while now. And I think like the fact that you stuck to it for the first year and you like, I'm just going to agree to do it and I'm going to commit. And now you're so far along. I feel like it's super interesting to hear, you know, if you look back, and we talked a little bit about this, about like validation, but like if you look back, like what are some things that you've learned about yourself or just about like leading this kind of a business for yourself?
I've learned so much, and a lot of it, like you said, validation of I was just a girl with a camera, you know what I mean, and Instagram. And then I went to school for musical theater, and it was I got to walk in rooms that I would have never been able to prior. I've had experiences that I didn't study this traditionally, you know what I mean? I never went to school for this. I don't have a degree in it, but I can do it professionally. So that's something I will always be grateful for. Social media has given me so many opportunities. And what I've learned about myself, wow, that's such a good question. What I've learned about myself is that I am driven, I am focused, the task will get done. I really feel like if I can do it, anyone can do it. You know what I mean? We all have the same access to a camera, you know, a cell phone or whatever. It's a great, great tool.
I love it. I mean, literally a camera and a dream. I mean, like,
yes.
What else is this?
Yes, EllynwithaY. I love it. That's why I'm so happy you do this live show and we're on episode 63. That's incredible.
It's pretty wild. It's definitely pretty wild. I was looking at your Instagram today when I was promoting, and I like die for the Baywatch style photo with the red bathing suit.
Oh my God.
Yes. Do you have like a shoot or a look that was like, I just thought of this, like just like iconic in your mind?
Oh my God, so many. And like, that's my whole thing too, is like, I grew up always wanting to be an actor, always wanting to be a performer, always into glamour. And so I read magazines, like I would go to Borders. It was called the bookstore Borders. Yes. And I would get my little Frappuccino and then I would read magazines for hours. So I always was interested in like pop culture and like imagery. So my references are all over the place, but yeah, that was a definite Baywatch moment. And like, I always want to do iconic photos, but fat, but plus size. And I want it to be like just as glamorous, just as beautiful, just as editorial, because those images didn't exist when I grew up. I didn't see myself at all. So that's fully my mission in life. So, oh God, I love the Baywatch. That's iconic.
It's so iconic. I mean, it's stunning. Those images, like you and the women, like, I mean, it's iconic. I love it. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, and I feel like it's super topical. I mean, the fact that like the Harry Styles music video kind of lacked, it had diversity, but it lacked body diversity. And we've talked about like the idea that like intersectionality and where that comes into play. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, I feel like this hot topic of Adele and her weight loss, which kind of made her weight become a topic of discussion because it really wasn't like that discussed in the media before. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about maybe how this might be a teachable moment for people to kind of understand how body politics come into play and how like her body is almost not her own right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. The whole Adele situation is really interesting. And I've had, I have layered feelings about it because first you're like, oh my God, that was one of the only plus size visible celebrities. And you feel a little like betrayed almost when people lose weight. And people really go hard on plus size bloggers who lose weight too, or like visible plus size celebrities, for lack of a better term, when they lose weight. People feel personal about that. But then also, I think there's the point of your health is your personal journey. Whatever you need to do, that's cool for you. But I think the public's response is the most problematic because it then is saying, oh, now we value this kind of body above all kinds of bodies. And that also, her value is within only her body. Forget all her talents, forget all her icon of all time.
Yeah.
And, only now that she's thin is she beautiful, is she wanted, desired, yada, yada, yada. And I also think that the public just commenting so heavily on anyone's body, we have no idea the backstory of why she potentially lost weight. How did she lose weight? So that's something that I'm always like, don't want to comment or don't want to engage in, because who knows what the trauma is behind any of that, or if there is trauma, or if that was healthy, or if, any of that.
I mean, it's like, it's a really strange thing, I feel like, to like, for her, I'm sure, that I wonder if her audience or her fans are, the fact that they may have a feeling or an opinion and how isolating that might be for her. I feel like there's so many layers to this, but just like the higher level understanding of like commenting on someone else's body, that it's not anyone's place, and to position her as better now directly positions what she looked like before as negative. And like,
exactly,
I think she's so accomplished and so incredible in her own right. And to discuss any of the other things, right? It's just like, it almost like devalues like the conversation. It's like there's so much else to discuss that like, oh, you're going to talk about this like small part of like who she is as a human being. It's not even her identity, it's like that's a tough one. I feel like everyone in the comments is definitely like agreeing and understanding. Hopefully, I just think it's bringing it into the dialogue more and more, and like kindly explaining. I feel like that's the biggest thing for me, is like, I hate when it's like, oh, sometimes people just like don't know what they don't know. But like I said at the top of the show, I do try to like benefit of the doubt sometimes, although it can get very dicey when we're constantly bringing people forward. But I do think that there is something to be said about like reminding people that like positioning thin is better makes being plus size negative, and it's not.
Yeah. And I think people do that even subconsciously, if we want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. There's just so many other things that we could discuss other than someone's physical form or the way that they look, or, any of that.
Yeah, there's so much more. Oh my God, there's so much more. I know we were talking about this earlier about like wanting to get into like the deep talks and being extroverted introverts. I'm like, there's so much more to talk about.
I know, we could talk about everything.
Literally, life is so rich. There's so much to discuss. I love it. So I want to talk about the word really quick, and then we're gonna play a game. Okay.
Oh, so, yes. Okay.
Tell everybody what the word is, because I was hooked. I watched every episode. Like,
That's
very
amazing.
quickly.
So The Word is an IGTV show that I started. Essentially, I want to create plus size, fat, marginalized media. And I was like, let's do an IGTV series where it's only plus size, fat talent discussing all kinds of topics. We've talked about everything from pubes to shopping in the mall. We have so many more things coming. We're gonna film virtually, so I'm so excited to get back to it.
Yes.
But yeah, I just really love doing it. I love giving plus size talent the platform to, do their thing. It is completely non-scripted. Each episode is a different topic, and everyone gets to say what they want to say, and it's funny, fun, and I love doing it.
It's super funny. I love, because I think what's interesting to your point is like creating a space for like plus size women and media. Like, the point of view on these different words is different, being plus size. And I really loved it. The personalities, they're so funny, and it's just that great off the cuff, like real women talking real shit. And it was just so funny. So I really want to tell everyone, like, after this live, go check out the B Word on Instagram, and you guys can check out The Word, the Instagram TV series. It's really good.
Thank you. It's all on my IGTV. Like Ellyn said, you can binge watch the whole thing, all the episodes. So my editor is like, Brianna, where do you find these women? And I'm like, these are my actual friends. Like, these are my friends. And he's like, they're so funny. They're so talented. And I'm like, exactly why I made this show. Exactly why I made the show, because we're not being cast elsewhere. You know what I mean? And like, if I can do something and put other people on, I'm gonna do it. So I love making The Word, and thank you for loving it just as much.
Yes. Oh my God. I mean, that's literally it. I always talk about it. Like, bring everyone forward. There's room at the table. There is abundance. We don't have to have this like just me. Like, I don't want to ever be in a room and just be by my, like, I want to bring all my friends with me. Like, if we're going to make it, let's make it together.
I absolutely feel that. I totally agree.
I love it. So I want to play a quick little game.
Okay.
I love everyone is like standing you for real in the comments.
Yes, I love it. Thank you guys.
Oh my God, Alana, she was a guest on the show. Alana, look at all these people. Love you. Okay, so the game is going to be Would You Rather. It is a classic, fan favorite and show classic. Let's give credit where credit's due. The 3,000 Would You Rather book.
Oh my God, I love that.
My brother-in-law and my sister are so sweet. They were like, you must get tired coming up with games. I'm like, I really do. So they gave me this book. So I have a really quick Would You Rather, 1 or 2 questions.
Okay.
Here we go. Would you rather be an angel on your friend's shoulder or a devil on your enemy's shoulder?
Oh my God. I would probably be an angel on my friend's shoulder. Right? I believe like deeply in karma. So like, I don't have an enemy. I'm sure, I mean, I know that people don't like me, but God bless you on your way away from me. Like, I definitely want to be an angel on my friend's shoulder and protect them, watch out for them, all of that.
Yeah, right? I mean, that literally like warmed my heart. I was like, there's one right answer. These are also like good date questions, and you can be like,
oh my God.
Okay, then.
Yes.
All right. I will not see you again.
Yeah.
I know everyone's like, but wait, the devil made me pause for a second. I'm like, yes, obviously that would be a little bit of fun, but long run, who are we? What's our character? Angel.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Okay. Another question. Would you rather learn to fly a helicopter or learn to fly a plane?
Wow.
I know, it's funny because it's not like learn to do something else, it's flying, so you still get the benefit of flying.
Yeah, I would probably do a helicopter because I cannot be in control of everyone in the plane. Like, that's a lot of responsibility. The helicopter is also a responsibility because they crash more.
Yeah.
But I think a helicopter, I don't know. Neither, if I'm being honest, but I'll take the helicopter.
I know, everyone's just like plane. I don't know. I like the idea of being able to get short distances in the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could lose control quicker in a helicopter. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's messing with too many propellers. Like,
Exactly. I
up
love
is
this. You
strange.
said the cuter uniform. I agree. What is the outfit we're wearing while flying?
Yes. Oh my God. Get me some aviators. I'll have a
Yes.
little Top Gun moment.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. I'll be like, Goose, what? Okay. And the last question is, okay, this one tripped me up. So I might have to repeat it. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Would you rather have computer commands for your life, like shortcuts, or have an eraser for your life? So you could like quickly backspace on something.
I think probably shortcuts, because I don't like, again, like I don't like regretting anything. So I wouldn't erase anything, because you know who I am today is because of what I've done.
Yep.
Shortcuts, I'm a multitasker. I like to get things done. That's why quarantine has been very difficult for me to just like stop and do nothing. So yeah, I would probably do the shortcuts.
Yes, I love it. Oh my God, yes. No regrets.
Yes.
No, I'm same shortcuts. I'm like, I know I'm the person that's going to be like, yeah, you want to put a computer in my head so we can move faster? Like, great. Like, I've been saying I feel like my phone is getting like quarantined because it's just moving slower than I remember it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it because you're working too hard? Like, if you could be in my brain, would it be faster? I'm like, I need shortcuts.
Yeah. Oh my God. Control Alt Laundry. Exactly, yes. Roxy. Exactly.
Yes. Oh my God. Control Alt Laundry. Oh, if I could shortcut through anything, it would be laundry and grocery shopping.
Grocery shopping? Yeah, mine would be LA traffic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, there's none right now, but LA traffic is crazy. And I would just, Control Alt, get me through this.
Yeah, get through it. Get to the other side. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for coming on my show and playing the game. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm proud of you. I love this show and honored to be here.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much to Brianna for coming on. Woohoo!
Bye, everybody. I
appreciate you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. So fun. I absolutely love Brianna. It's so funny, like when you meet people on the internet, if you will, and it's just like such a good vibe, we just like jive really well. I really enjoy getting to know her in my pre-interview and having you on the show. Thank you so much, everyone. Seriously, Sonia, everybody, like Roxy, I thought all these different, Spencer, you guys are all so sweet in the comments. Thank you so much for participating this week in the show and joining. I appreciate you watching. Like I say every week, this show is meant to bring you joy, make you smile, give you a moment of levity. If you catch yourself smiling while you're watching the show, that's the whole point of it. And if you are smiling, I hope that you can give that joy to somebody else in your life, whether by sharing this show or by just reaching out and trying to make them smile. Shout out to Gabby and Jesse and Kat and Kathleen and all of my friends watching too. Thank you. I appreciate you. Spencer, everybody. If you're finding yourself smiling, I feel like that's the best thing you can give to someone else is like a genuine, authentic smile. And, deliver that with a little bow on it, whatever that means and however you can. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching. To subscribe to my channel, click here. And to watch more videos, click here. Be sure to like, comment, and hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video.